I mean, the silver dollars alone right now would be $111 before shipping. Right now, I'm shipping 3 silver dollars, your videos all packaged together for $125. And that's like a $60 discount off of what it would be if you just bought it straight up.
Yeah, because you're also throwing the shipping in for that price.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's delivered. So, I mean, it's so important that people get involved at these times because prices are rising.
What do they call that special? The Alex Jones Silver Dollar Special?
Yeah, the Alex Jones Silver Dollar Special. And then, of course, you want to be getting involved with the Franks and the British Sovereigns and the plain gold eagles and silver eagles. I can now buy silver eagles at a reasonable price.
The point is they're starting to move to crack down on this because it exposes their paper currencies. And people say, well, they may confiscate it later. I'm not turning it into these criminals. Enough's enough with these Nazis, okay? The point is, this is America. They can go right to you-know-where. 800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. They're all buying gold. The whole world's buying gold. They don't want you to protect yourself. These are smoking deals. 800-686-2237. There's a whole list of radio specials. They have a sheet. Those are the best deals Ted's got. His regular deals are wonderful as well, but these are the best deals. They got a whole list when you call, ask about them. Alex Jones radio specials, 800-686-2237, 1-800-686-2237. Also some great deals at MidasResources.com or link through at GCNlive.com. Ted, we'll continue to watch this whole move to ban over-the-counter gold sales because you can't let prisoners, do that. After all, these are, imagine in America where they grow up your daughters. I mean, that's freedom. So why should slaves be able to, own guns, own gold, anything? We're all Al-Qaeda now, I guess. Or I guess, no, Al-Qaeda's good now, fighting against Libyan leader Gaddafi with the U.S. So I'm sorry. We're bad because we're against Al-Qaeda. Ted, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me up, Alex.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself for not supporting Al-Qaeda because Obama is working with them right now. You know that.
Yeah, I know.
What's wrong with you, Ted?
Well, you know what? It is crazy. I mean, it's just absolutely upside down crazy, some of the things that we're seeing going on. But I can tell you now, the reason why they want people out of gold and silver and they're passing these bills like they are is because it's much easier to confiscate your wealth if it's in the paper money that they can print.
Yeah, or digitally out of your bank account. No, that's a conspiracy theory, Ted. The government cares about us a lot, and they really want to take good care of us. And they're not run by foreign banks, okay?
Yeah.
Ted, don't be a conspiracy theorist. I mean, do you like a cheeseburger or a pepperoni pizza?
Myself, I'd rather have the cheeseburger, I guess.
But that's a conspiracy theory. I mean, having an opinion is now. Are you just discriminated? You just had a decision. You should do what the government tells you. If they say pizza, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I guess you'll have to take the pizza then, huh?
I'm really starting to realize that you may not have to go to a FEMA camp, Ted.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, it gets down to the point of, if they're forcing us to take their paper money and they're making gold and silver illegal, we're just getting right back to what it was back in 1933 when we were heading into the Depression and World War II, and Franklin D. Roosevelt bailed out the banks with the
well, they care about us right now. They're good people, Ted. I appreciate your call. And they're putting massive carbon taxes in Austin, even though it's not the law. But I support that. Because I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I think it's good. And all the major institutions that aren't government say we're above 22% unemployment, but the government says 9.1, so I'm going to believe that. And the government says there's no real inflation. It's true. The government also said the sky was red. And I went out there and it looked blue, but I realized I'm going to the doctor to get my eyes checked, the optometrist, because they said it was red, and I'm a good citizen. That's right, I am. I'm a good citizen. I want to play a clip about another good citizen, Mayor Bloomberg, all over the country suing gun manufacturers and trying to shut them down because he knows it's un-American to own guns. He's a great American. Bloomberg remixes Al-Qaeda video to push gun control effort. And they're playing Adam Gadon, the former grandson of the ADL head, who's now the Al-Qaeda leader, saying he wants to order the Muslims to use guns at shopping malls, kind of like Obama got caught shipping guns to Mexico. But, again, I'm being a conspiracy theorist, even though it's admitted. Here's that clip, and some of it just has text, so I'll read that to you, because you need to turn your guns in right now and stop private sales of guns, or Adam Gadon with the big beard's going to get you. Well, here it is.
Buy guns in America.
The latest Al-Qaeda.
This is a golden opportunity. America is absolutely awash with easily obtainable firearms. you can go down to a gun show and come away with a fully automatic assault rifle without a background check. So what are you waiting for?
Call your member of Congress. Tell them to close the loopholes that let terrorists and criminals buy guns.
I mean, you got this admitted operative, Gadon, just like all the rest of these guys training at the White House, at the Pentagon, and then he's up there going, it's like Handgun Control Incorporated wrote that stuff he said. It is literally a wash. He even uses a fake accent like he's from the Middle East. A wash, an easily attainable, fully automatic. Not even true. By the way, fully automatic's not even good in most cases. Crimes aren't even committed really with those. It's just a classic gun grabber line. We'll be right back.
Do you want to learn more about preparing for the hard times ahead? Have you ever thought about actually getting off the grid and becoming truly self-reliant? Introducing Off the Grid News, a weekly newsletter for independent Americans who want practical advice on how to survive and even prosper in an increasingly dangerous world. It's the best way to get a black belt in emergency preparedness, survival skills, and off-the-grid living. Packed with hard-hitting information on gardening, food preparation, alternative energy, and home security, there's simply nothing like it. And the best part, this $100 annual subscription is now free of charge. Simply sign up today and you'll also get our hard-hitting report, Food Shock, Why 2011 Could Be the Single Most Important Year in American History to Plant a Family Garden. It's absolutely free for listeners who sign up at offthegridnews.net. That's offthegridnews.net. Get your free Food Shock right now at offthegridnews.net.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As they're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
They have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today, it seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
What would you do with a check for $25,000? What if you could eliminate all of your credit card debt in 90 days and keep all of your money? Hi, I'm Jason Davenport, and I've just completed ZeroDebt100.com, a program that stops and prevents debt collections of all kinds, including debt collectors and foreclosures, with guaranteed results. Forget loan modification. Zero Debt showed me how to get the banks to pay my property taxes and insurance while stopping my foreclosure without paying one dime. An attorney tried to garnish my wages, but the court denied his request because of what I filed from the Zero Debt program. Find out how I did this by calling Zero Debt today at 800-477-9256. Tell them Jason sent you and ask for the Zero Debt special and the free bonus promotion about stopping an IRS levy and getting your money back. Tell them Jason sent you and call 800-477-9256. 800-477-9256. That's 800-477-9256 or visit www.zerodebt100.com.
Riders on the storm.
All right, the main radio broadcast is going to end in 5 minutes, but I know I got loaded phones, and I've got to stop doing this, but internet only, PrisonPlanet.tv, Infowars.com streams. I'm going into the next hour because EPA on alert as fires reach 50 feet from Los Alamos nuke plant. Environmental Protection Agency cannot be trusted to provide accurate information about health threats. Paul Joseph Watson at PrisonPlanet.com. The wildfire that threatens to consume the Los Alamos nuclear lab in New Mexico is now approaching the perimeter of the facility, with the Environmental Protection Agency on radiation alert for the deadly consequences of 20,000 barrels of nuclear waste going up in flames. Yes, you heard me, but don't worry. They've already raised the level they say is safe. So don't be a conspiracy theorist. They say that many isotopes can be thousands of times higher than previously thought. Don't think for yourself. That is conspiracy theory. Everything is fine, just like the TSA workers getting cancer en masse and the government cover-up from working around the body scanners. Do what you're told. Government's going to take care of you now. Government loves you. Having been miles away from the nuclear lab just yesterday, the fires have now reached to within 50 feet of the facility with officials, not servants. Officials fearing a major calamity. Oh, that's what the government's now saying. Because the nuclear waste is not securely contained in a concrete structure, but is unbelievably stored in a sort of, this is a quote, in a sort of fabric-type building that a fire could easily consume, according to former top security official Glenn Walp. The concern is that these drums will get so hot that they will burst. Well, don't worry, it's good for you, just like DU for the troops. This would put the toxic material into the plume. It's a concern for everybody, said Joey Arens, executive director of the Concerned Citizens for Nuclear Safety. Well, don't listen to them. They're citizens. They're enemies. The EPA has responded by bringing in air monitors, along with a special airplane that checks for radiation, reports ABC News. The 95-square-mile fire has turned the city of Los Alamos into a ghost town, with 12,000 residents evacuating yesterday, or 2 days ago, Monday. The Environmental Protection Agency's trustworthiness. Not trusting is conspiracy. You must not even know. The EPA's trustworthiness on reassuring Americans that there is no danger from radiation released into the atmosphere is likely to be somewhat lessened by what happened following the Fukushima disaster earlier this year. As the Fukushima radiation plume took just days to arrive in the United States, instead of advising Americans to take weaker forms of potassium iodide to build up their immunity to certain types of radioactivity, the EPA simply increased the allowable levels of radioactive isotope iodine-131. I'm afraid it's quite good for you. By many thousands of times, despite the fact that within just 2 weeks of the Japanese earthquake and tsunami, and we'll put this article up on screen for folks so they can read it at prisonplanet.com if they're watching on prisonplanet.tv. The EPA simply increased the allowable levels of radioactive isotope iodine-131 by many thousands of times, despite the fact that within just 2 weeks of the Japanese earthquake and tsunami, the crippled nuclear plant, the amount of radiation released from Fukushima already rivaled that of Chernobyl, the worst nuclear disaster up until that point. Within weeks of Fukushima crisis, levels of radioactive iodine-131 were found in rainwater in California, Idaho, Minnesota, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
Okay, so I just covered the fact that these